like to take over that. In Tarraxinha, my mindset is really I'm not gonna move my feet. I'm not gonna move my upper body. So these every time I'm with a partner, I'm gonna set this up. My feet and upper body, shoulders, it's like stuck. Like I'm not gonna move these. The only thing moving is my hips. Now there are actually figures that you can try to make circles, figure eights, up and down and stuff. But the goal for you to unlock your hips, it's really like if you have
Mama za kungi betengo we kumoyi ingumada takana Okyo sokinu kibanga se Manuele ngando mushisamye Manuele Manuele
Hey everyone. On today's episode of Two of Feet Podcast, we had on my main man, a Mr. Mike Ahombi, who is a KIZOMBA teacher currently living in Canada. We talk about his childhood growing up in the Congo, you know, what got him into dancing. He was, I believe, like a professional, semi-professional basketball player back in the Congo, man. So we talk about that. We talk about his development as a dancer. Great episode. I am so excited to bring to you. Let's jump right into it.
Hey, so I am now on the line with a Mr. Mike Ahombi, who is a Kizomba dancer as well as instructor, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
that's correct.
Hey, you're currently residing in Ontario, Canada. Is that right?
That's perfect.
Hey, shout over. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing today, man?
Yeah, I cannot complain, bro. I'm pretty excited to talk to you, bro. I first saw you on, I'm pretty sure it was Instagram, bro. You know, doing your thing, bro. I was very impressed, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Of course, bro. So I'm curious, man. Were you born in Canada? Or like, where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from the Congo. I was born in a Congo, raised in a Congo. I moved in the States in 2013 for school.
Okay. Oh, you ain't been here that long. Wow.
Yeah. Then I finished my community college there. Then I went to UNCC.
North Carolina.
Yes, North Carolina.
Okay, so no, yeah.
Yeah. Then UNCC, I didn't finish because the price was a little bit steep for international.
I know it was expensive, bro.
I know. So that's why I crossed the border to finish school here.
Yeah, I feel you. Now, I really want to know, man. You know, I've never been to the Congo, man. So please tell me, bro, what was your childhood like growing up there, man?
Uh, First of all, it was really good because a lot of people, when people talk about the Congo, they usually talk about the war and everything bad that happened in the east of the Congo. But thank God I was raised in the west, where exactly capital is. So yeah, it was really good. A lot of people always get surprised when I tell them that I'm a city boy. They always say, "But you from Africa?" I'm like, "Yeah, it doesn't mean in Africa we don't have cities."
Exactly. So it still has cities, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So childhood was really good and quiet because I went throughout all my middle school, high school with Catholic schools, and Catholic schools in Africa are much harder. Like they really try to
It's, it's
make
like
it look like
strict.
an army. Yeah,
Okay. It's like I guess they call it orthodox.
yeah. There you go. So yeah, so it was pretty quiet, and I saw dancing there. But you know, in Africa, dancing is not as serious as other places. So
Right.
they always tell me to focus on school, don't try to do anything else. So that was pretty much it.
Yeah, okay, bro. I'm curious, man. I guess were you into sports as a child, or like were you playing soccer? What were you doing back then, man?
I was a chubby kid, so I was
Okay.
into sport. So dancing was definitely my first crack. And when I grew up, I started playing basketball at 17. I
Okay.
played professional for 2 years. Then that was also one of the reasons why I moved to the States because I wanted to make it to the league, but
Uh,
it didn't happen.
okay, so you started playing basketball at 17 and you were able to go professional?
Yeah,
That's awesome, bro.
that was 1 year later. Yeah, I was good at it. I picked it up really fast.
That is, man. Hey, so what do you mean professional? I don't know. I have no clue. Africa has its own professional league.
No, the Congo has its own league. It's like each
Oh,
country has its own league and stuff. Then, yeah,
So you
It's like any other country.
okay? That's awesome, bro. What position were you, man?
I was a point guard.
Hey, okay, that's awesome, bro. I love basketball. So that's awesome, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, bro, that's sick, dude. And so I'm curious, man. Growing up, though, well, let me ask you this. Growing up in your household, man, how important was music in your house?
Uh, Personally, the music was for me. I never had a quiet time. My quiet, it's weird, but every time I say I need quiet time, it was with music.
Uh,
Like I will always be listening to the music, and I think that it embedded into the African culture because we always into dance, we also into music and stuff. So I always grew up with music around. But the funny thing is, I used to listen to Kizomba music to love it without even knowing it was Kizomba. It was a
yeah,
dance. I
that's
would
that.
just listen to it having fun.
Yeah, that's that Zouk, pretty much Zouk music, right?
There you go, Ghetto Zouk, Zouk music, with Nelson Fritas, with Philip Montero and all that.
Okay. I definitely understand that, bro. I'm very curious, man. What was it like growing up with, I guess is it Congolese? Is that what you? How do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on.
What was it like growing up, with Congolese parents? What was that like, man?
Ah, it was like growing up with any African parents, man. It's either they want you to become a lawyer, an engineer, or something else. But yeah, it was pretty tough. My dad was not someone who showed emotions a lot, so my mom would show emotions, but she would always be busy. So it was. I'm not gonna lie, it was really tough. My dad, as I say, wasn't showing emotion, and he was a guy from the army, so
Ah,
pretty much beat us. I won't say entire time, but yeah.
okay. How many siblings do you have, man?
I have five siblings plus me
Okay.
six.
Okay, so and you the youngest or what?
No, no, no. So I have two older brothers and three younger sisters. So
Okay.
we went
Kind
boys, 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 girls, girls.
so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. And so you're growing up, man, and yeah, I let me ask you this, man, because I didn't know this. Is I guess it's Catholic. I guess like Catholic schools. Is that was kind of primary in Congo in the Congo or?
No, no, no,
Oh,
no. It's usually public schools are mostly primary, and Catholic school are seen as here private schools. So it
so
costs
it's
a
kind.
little more.
Oh, okay, so it's
Costs
kind of like
a
a
little
private
more
school,
because I mean they have better education.
right? Okay. I
Yeah.
get
So it costs a little bit more, but yeah, it's not as like all the schools are Catholics now.
you. Okay, I get you. I understand that, bro. I definitely understand that. So you're growing up, man. In the Congo and everything, man, and then you say you get introduced to basketball at 17. How does that come about, man?
I'm not gonna lie, it was mostly in school. I was seeing
Okay.
my friends playing basketball, and of course, that was the cool sport from the
Yeah,
US.
yeah,
I was like, and stuff, and I was like, oh, I want to do this.
yeah.
I want to do this. So my cousin used to play. So he was like, okay, you can come with me during summer breaks, and we'll wake up like at 5:30 in the morning because the place was far to go play, so we had to run. So we run like a 30 minute. So I was like, I don't want to run, but I will go sit around train. I started off with like the G League.
Okay, yeah.
I'll train actually with a mid G League, and after 6 months, I was pretty good at it. I started now playing competition and stuff, and I will play both competition outside of school and competition inside of school. Because in high school you play against other high schools, then outside of school you play against other real team.
Yeah, exactly.
After 1 year was weird because they would come take players from the G League to go to the number one team for the D1.
Yeah.
It was just weird. After practice, we play a game against the D1 players, and then the D1 players will train, then we'll leave practice. And after the practice, they were like, okay, Mike, you can stay. I was like,
Hey.
yeah.
And so was that did that become your full-time job at that point or what?
No, you see, sports in Africa don't pay that much money. So
Okay.
I used to do it just not really in my spare time, but every time I could.
Okay, so no,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, man. How impactful was I guess like the North American, like I guess like the U.S. culture in the Congo? Is it a lot of influence there or not really, as far as like culture and everything?
Uh, the place you find the impact of the American culture inside Congolese culture is mostly found in the population between 15 and 25.
Yeah, because of the younger crowd, right?
So all these younger crowds, you want to be like Americans. You want to be like the film stars. You want to be like these rappers that you see on TV. You want to be like the basketball players and stuff. So the influence is mostly found into that generation. But now I would say it's even older because of the people that grew up watching the American
Right.
culture. Now they're a little bit older, so you can still find it because they still listen to their old school music and stuff. So yeah, it's still very dominant, in inside the Congo.
I'm curious. What about like hip hop and rap, man? Is that big down there or not even?
The American hip hop, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's huge.
yeah.
Find it almost everywhere. Almost
Okay.
everywhere. Almost everywhere.
Okay. Okay. So no, bro.
Yeah.
So hey guys, if you could leave a like and subscribe and share this with the people, that would mean the world to me and my channel. I really would appreciate that. But let's just jump right back into this episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're going over everything, and then you said you go. Well, would you go? Oh, so you graduate from high school, and then what happens after you graduate, man?
So when I graduated from my school, I had, of course, my basketball on the side, but I wanted to go to seminary because I wanted to become a priest. So I went there for almost a year. Then I get kicked out.
Can I ask what happened?
No, we just started having different vision on religion, and I really
Okay.
love the church and stuff because I grew up in Catholic schools. Everything I knew was Catholic, so I was like, I really want to do this. And after that, I was like, we start having some differences. Then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go separate ways. You go separate ways, so I can still have better appreciation of the church. So after that, I went to university in Congo for 3 years.
Ah.
It- I did economic law. So I would go to university during the day, and in the afternoons, I'll go to my basketball practice and stuff. And after 3 years, as soon as I got my degree, I had the opportunity of coming to the United States. So, and in Africa, if you have a chance to go outside, most people usually take it
Of
every time.
course, I understand. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And so
So
I said, tell me, how'd you get the opportunity, man? Was it a scholarship? Like, oh, what happened?
no, I just applied. I
Okay,
I
nice,
just applied, and the school responded to me.
nice.
And back then, a lot of people would think if a school responds to you, then that means you automatically get the visa. But that wasn't it. So the school responded. I just went with all my documents to the U.S. embassy, and I showed everything they asked for, and they were like, "Okay, you got the visa," and I was like, "Damn."
Hey,
So that means
hey,
I get to go to the state. They were like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right."
hey. That's what's up, dog. I imagine you were excited, right?
I was excited, but I was mostly in shock. I was like,
Oh,
"Whoa!" So because that's when just reality kicks in. It's like, wait, am I really living everything I knew? Like
right.
family, friends, the system around you, like to discover a new culture. And it didn't help because my first city where I landed and lived for 1 year was New York. So
Oh
you go,
wow, big city.
so you go from like African culture to, whoa, New York City. So, but it was good though. It
Okay.
didn't learn some my language a little bit faster.
Of course. Yeah, I'm curious. I was gonna ask you. That's my next question. What language do they speak in the Congo? Or in Congo?
Uh, you have a lot of
Island.
African languages,
Mm.
but the four main one in the Congo, it's Lingala, Kikongo, Swahili, and Chiluba.
Okay.
And but the official language is French. So
Ah.
I do speak French. The French is kind of like my first language. Then I have two African languages, Lingala and Kikongo.
Okay, I want to ask you this, man. What do you primarily speak with your parents? Can I ask?
It's weird because with my dad I speak Lingala. No, with my dad I speak French, but with my mom I speak Lingala.
In Ghana. And so real quick, man, tell me, how would I say hello in Ghana?
Lingala,
In
it's
Ghana.
Mbote.
Umbote.
Mbote.
Umbote.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Umbote.
go. Yeah.
All right, son up, bro. So I want to ask you this, man. Though, tell me about your transition from the Congo to New York, man. What was it like when you first moved to New York, man?
Uh, oh God, I still remember. I moved to New York around late September, so pretty much August, October. So it was cold. Like
Hell yeah, yeah, oh dude, New York winters are brutal.
you know, so you pretty much go to the coldest I ever experienced was like what 80 degree.
Oh, you in for a
Yeah,
shock.
I know. Like at one point, I really thought this like the country was inside of a fridge or something. I was like,
Ah, yeah.
yeah. But the biggest shock was definitely the people because I was in a setting where I, uh, I couldn't talk to anyone the first month.
Hey, you know the language. You didn't speak English, right?
No, I didn't. So it was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like you want to talk to people, but they can. And New York is a big city, so everything is fast. So
Right.
nobody's gone there waiting for you. So that really pushed me of learning the language a lot faster. But the shock was definitely there. Like first the weather and the lack of knowledge about the language. So it was really interesting. And the mentality in New York, I wouldn't say it's aggressive, but it's people that don't have time to waste. So if they feel like you're wasting their time, then you might have a problem.
Right. I understand, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand. And so were you going to school at that? Are you obviously were going to school? Like was it community college or what?
No, I was going to an English center. I was learning English there.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was full time. I'll go every morning. I'll pretty much go from 7 to 4, just English, English every day, English. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I'm curious, where were you working at that time, man?
So what?
I said, where were you working at that time?
I wasn't working at all.
Okay, okay.
I
You
wasn't working.
were so I guess you were a full-time student. They were able to pay for everything.
No, your parents pay. You pay out of pocket.
Okay.
But the thing about English Center is that it's very cheap. They cost you
Ah,
like $800 for 4 months.
okay.
So for one semester, you just pay $800. I was like,
Okay.
I can do this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
And
know.
so and so how long were you there? I guess how long did it take you to get a good grasp on the English language?
So I stayed in school for from October to February.
Okay.
Then I did my English test on in March. Yeah, about 5 to 6 months.
Okay, nice. That's not
I was
bad.
learning more because what I'll do is that during breaks, I had a 1 hour break. I'll literally just go around the school and walk around, go to the restaurant, try to talk to people. And that's how I learned mostly English,
Yeah,
by
definitely.
literally talking to people.
Definitely.
Um, so it was good. And
Yeah.
of course, watching a lot of Kevin Hart's funny video.
Kevin Hart's a funny dude, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm curious. Yeah, did I guess did music help you at all learning to speak?
Not gonna lie, no.
Okay, I understand.
Music didn't really help. It was mostly TV shows, funny videos. Those really helped me a lot.
Yeah.
But music because they just sing so fast,
Right, right.
you really don't have time to learn.
Yeah, I get you. I get you, bro. I get you.
Um,
So you stay and actually, and what year was that? Did you come to New York? Was that 2013 or when was that?
2013, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So the next year, 2014 February, I guess you start going. You take your test and you pass it. And what happens after that?
So after you pass your test, you have to apply for a school, college. I was looking for, of course, I was looking for the cheapest options because living in New York was getting too expensive.
I
I was waiting for a cheapest option. The option that I found was in North Carolina, but I couldn't go there until the semester started in August.
that's a long
So
time.
I pretty much applied and had to wait until August. So I was just walking around New York trying to talk to people and stuff.
So from February to September, just walking around.
Yeah, pretty
Okay. Okay.
much. I was just
Yeah.
enjoying life. It's funny because during the period, I was trying to go everywhere I thought the movies were seen. Like I would try to go where Spider-Man went to the Empire State Building. I'll try to look for the Our Met Your Mother bar. I'll try to look for the Friends coffee shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll just be walking around. Yeah,
Yeah, bro. I mean, you got to explore the city, though, man. That's awesome.
yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, man. Okay, I was gonna ask you, man. So I guess what were your hobbies at that time? Were you dancing at that time? Were you doing anything, or strictly just walking around?
No, I wasn't dancing at all, but I was looking for dance because in the Congo I was dancing Ghetto Zouk,
Mm.
so which is different in Kizomba. So I would look for Ghetto Zouk, but the name Ghetto Zouk here it's not there.
Right.
So you found the name Kizomba, yes, but you don't find Ghetto Zouk.
I've
So,
never seen a Ghetto Zouk like club or
so
anything.
so I was looking for Ghetto Zouk. That's why I wasn't able to find it. So I was guaranteed that in New York there was no dancing
Right.
Zouk and stuff. It's later on that I found out if of course I had typed Kizomba, I would have found Kizomba.
I bet you. I imagine New York probably has a huge Kizumba scene, right? It's just so many people, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So maybe I would have found it earlier. I couldn't find Ghetto Zouk.
Damn, that dude. That's unfortunate, man. I feel like you probably were in the right place, man.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, that's just so many people. Things happen, for a reason. And how old were you back in 2014? Man, can I ask?
I was 20.
Okay. Okay. So enough. Yeah. So so you're waiting to go to UNC, man. Um, just I guess pretty much learning English and everything, man. I guess, and how was that transition from New York to North Carolina, man? What was that like?
Uh, I still remember the first day in North Carolina. I was like, wow, people here are chill.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, like here, all the people are just chill. They are not, yeah, like there's a lot of space because everything wasn't packed at all. And my greatest shock was when I went to their downtown. I was expecting it to be like Manhattan, but it was like tiny and
Yeah,
small.
yeah, yeah.
And I was able to walk through it like in 20 minutes. Like I was walking with my family, and we were walking, and they were like, "Well, that's it." It was a Sunday too, so it was empty, and it was like, "Well, that's it." I was like, "That's it?
Uh,
That's all y'all have?" But I never felt the need of, well, I should go back to New York. Then I just loved it right away.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly is the thing with Charlotte, North Carolina, but the first time I got it, I never felt the need of, oh, I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Never.
I said, yes, it's probably a little bit slower. Was it kind of more similar to the Congo? Or not
I'll,
really,
s-
not a
I'll say
little
that.
bit.
I'll say that.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me ask you
I
this,
never
man.
thought about it that way, but yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this, man. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been to the Congo, man. I guess what is it like? Could you describe, I guess like the culture, the atmosphere in the Congo? What is that like, man? Could you describe that?
Yeah, as far as I can remember, because the last time I was there was in 2013, it's very welcoming. So yes, a lot of people don't have much in the Congo. Like they don't necessarily have the most money. They don't have the best houses and stuff. But they really make you feel like everything I have, I can share with you.
That's awesome.
It's very welcoming. The hospitality and the everyday life is pretty much just just a combination of hope for tomorrow and let's see how we can get through today. You know, a lot of people read it like they just chill. They're like, well, tomorrow is gonna be a better day, but for today, let's see how we can get past through. But it's good.
Yeah,
I love it.
that sounds awesome, man.
Yeah, that's why I say North Carolina reminded me of that when exactly you brought it up because it's really chill. Like you are not as aggressive as in New York, because in New York it's like you gotta go get it, man. But in North Carolina it was more like, nah, if we, I mean, we make a plan, it's gonna work. So just relax and you're gonna get it.
Yeah, showing up. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So tell me about, you moved to North Carolina and everything. Tell me about, your time at UNC, man. How was that for you?
But when I moved, I didn't move to UNC right away. I moved to Central Piedmont Community College first.
Okay, okay.
Then I moved to UNC. So at CPCC was good. My first idea was, of course, I still had basketball in mind. This is what I was doing in my spare time in New York. I would go to gyms and try to play. That's when I knew the level in the state was crazy. And I went to CPCC. They did not have a basketball team, but
UNC is it? So you didn't go to what's
CPCC,
Mississippi?
no, CPCC, Central Piedmont Community College. I
Okay,
went to community college first, then I transferred to UNCC.
okay.
Now, UNCC does have a basketball team.
Yeah, okay. I'm getting confused. Yeah. So which school did you say it again? CNCCC? CCCCC? What?
It's CPCC,
Okay.
Central Piedmont Community
Community
College.
college,
CPCC.
CPCC. Okay, okay.
So I mean, went there first for 2 years, like every community college.
Right,
Then
right, right.
after that, transferred to UNCC.
Yeah, now UNCC, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, right? That's what you mean, right?
No, 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 no. University of North Carolina in Charlotte.
Okay, right. That's the Tar Heels, right?
That's the 49ers.
The Tar Heels.
What is
Oh,
time?
that's the basketball team, man. Hold on, UNC.
No, 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 no. It's not UNC. It's UNCC.
Oh, okay. That's what I. Okay, okay, okay. UNCC.
Yeah, 49ers.
And what is that? What is UNCC? University of Central University. What is that?
No, it's University of North Carolina in Charlotte.
In Charlotte. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I got you, bro. I was getting a little confused. I understand. They didn't have a basketball team.
No,
I got you.
CPCC did not have a basketball team, but
Uh,
UNCC did have a basketball team.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, so that
And
was
so
it.
you tried out for them. Did you make it, man? How'd that go?
No, by the time I went to UNCC, I pretty much just gave up on basketball. Like the level here is too high.
Dude, so hold on, real quick. I want to ask you, man. Tell me about the talent level in New York. Because New York, they ball, bro. What was the talent level like up there?
Because I'm 6'3" and I will guard the guy who's like 5'9", and I
Quick.
swear I can't remember up to today. I can't remember if I ever seen that guy miss a bucket when I
Okay.
was like it was insane. And they're
Yeah.
fast, they're athletic. It's like I was wondering what were they doing in the gym. Like you guys should be playing ball.
Right.
Yeah,
It's like that. And so what that teaches though, man, is like those guys are good. Think about how good they are in the NBA though, right?
yeah,
Right?
exactly. Because I'm like, if you guys are this good and you guys are sitting, I I can do it.
It's crazy, man.
I can do it. And to me, also, it was a shocker because a 6'3" as a point guard in the Congo, you talk for a point guard.
Definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But here, you have point guard is 6'4", 6'5", more athletic, faster, and I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, what's really going on here? Yeah,
It's crazy, bro. Yeah, yeah. But I definitely understand that, man.
yeah. It was
So,
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm curious, man, what were you trying to major When you went to UNCC, what were you majoring in?
International business.
Okay, okay, show enough, show enough. And were you dancing at that time?
No, by the time I got to UNCC, yes, I started dancing. I started dancing. I started dancing in 2016, late 2015, early 2016. That's when I started dancing. And by the time I went to UNCC, yes, I was already dancing.
How'd you how'd you get introduced? Well, let me ask you this: what'd you start dancing with? What'd you start dancing with first?
My friends used to do a party of Kizomba,
Oh, nice, hell yeah, that's awesome.
and my mind was stuck in Ghetto Zouk. I was like, I just want to dance Ghetto Zouk. I just want to dance Ghetto Zouk. But then once I went to his first party of Kizomba, I was like, oh, the music is very similar. Like I used to listen to this kind of music. And the first two parties was every other Sunday, every other Saturdays. I was just going for the girls.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go happy guys. Plus, they have some girls in. And after the second party, I remember I started dancing with one of the instructors,
Ah,
and she was really, soft and stuff. I was like, I think I like this dance. And the music was similar. And at
yeah.
that third party, they mostly played Ghetto Zouk music instead of playing Kizomba music. So that kind of like brought me back. I was like, oh, so I can dance still on this music. So
Yeah.
like this. Then I started taking class every week, practicing on my own every day. Uh, that was pretty much it.
Let me ask you this, man, because I actually don't know anything about it. When you say you wanted to dance Ghetto Zoo, what is? I've never seen the dance or the dance Ghetto Zoo, man. Is that a partner dance? Is that solo? What is that?
It is a partner dance. It's more intimate than Kizomba. It's
Oh,
a lot more like Tarraxinha, but it's not Tarraxinha, but it's similar to Tarraxinha if I mean I have to compare it. And it's very super intimate, super intimate.
yeah,
Like
okay.
I mean, it's really the kind of dance that you wouldn't want your partner in life to dance with anyone else.
Okay, okay, I understand that. So yeah, it's not a it's not a family gathering type dance then, right?
No, no, no. It's very super intimate. Yeah,
I understand that, bro.
yeah,
So
yeah.
let me ask you this, man. I'm very interested to hear, man. Tell me about your beginner stage learning Kizumba. What was that like?
Uh, I definitely remember mostly the bad experiences because I still remember just stepping on people's feet, and I still remember some photos that were decent, telling me no, I don't want to dance with you. Nah, no, I don't want to dance with you, but no, it's okay, thank you. And just the struggle of also learning, trying to remember, like any beginner, I was treating it as a test. Like, okay, I will learn this set of moves, then once it's time to dance, it's pretty much like how much move can you pull out there, like how much move can you remember, and that was the weekly grind. It was like, okay, I have to learn new move, I have to learn new move, I have to learn new moves. And I wouldn't pay attention much more to my partner as
Ah,
like I was just focusing on, oh, I just learning this move, I need to learn this and stuff. But it was really tough. It was really tough. And since in North Carolina we don't have that much classes, the only person back then, in Charlotte that we used to teach was my friend. So I pretty much go every Saturday to my friend to help him. What exactly I was helping him because he was getting all the ladies. I will also learn at the same time.
yeah. Okay, that's awesome. I'm curious, man. Tell me this: how do you think your background in dancing Ghetto Zouk, how has that influenced your style of Kizumba dancing? Has it at all?
The background pretty much helped me in, I mean, the musicality part. Because the
Okay,
music, I used to listen so much
right.
that it was one of the things that popped up. fast when I started learning inside the community was like, oh my gosh, Mike, listen to music different. Because I grew up with it. So when I was listening to Ghetto Zouk music and KIZOMBA music, it was like I could pick up the pattern really fast.
Right, right, right.
Feel a little bit more playful with it because it was my natural's area. I was like, oh, I know this. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
my body a little bit more and stuff. And of course, a lot of people struggle with Tarraxinha basics. But for me, because of my background in Ghetto Zouk, I was cheating. I was like, well, I'm not gonna dance Tarraxinha. I'm just gonna dance Ghetto Zouk. But
Mm.
once you start dancing Ghetto Zouk, which is similar to Tarraxinha, then it's like, oh, you're doing it. Like and everybody was like, oh yeah, you're doing it. I was like, well, I'm doing something like it, but thank.
Ah, so I got a couple of questions, man. But let me ask you this, man. How are Tarraxinha and Ghetto Zouk? How are they different? Can you put that into words, or like what makes them different?
Now with Tarraxinha, you solely focusing on the hip movement.
Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Like you solely focusing on hip movement, some but now with Ghetto Zouk, it's pretty much ghettos. Look, it's just not your hips, but you can also move. I mean, your upper body into a continuation move. So if I mean you think about it, is that Tarashina we only focus on the hips area,
yeah.
but now, I mean with Ghetto Zouk, you can even go to the upper body, lean a little bit, play with it, then come back, play with it a little bit better.
Oh, that's
But
really cool, man.
essentially, it's already teaching you how to move your hips, then
Yeah,
I mean upper body and stuff.
that's really cool, bro. I have like this kind of this theory, man, that in like in any genre or any dance, if you grow up listening to the music, it makes it easier to learn the dance. And I'm curious, do you think that's what happened with you?
Ah, I wouldn't say that because I know a lot of people that, like me, grew up with the music. Because a lot of my friends we used to listen to the same type of music. I know for a fact they don't know how to dance.
Well, but that did it make it easier for you to learn the dance?
Personally, it made it easier in the sense of I had something that I knew that I enjoyed, so
Okay.
it's easier for me to be interested in it.
Okay. Okay. So no, yeah, yeah.
So I will listen to a new song. I'll be like, oh my gosh, this song is really good. I wonder how I can dance on it.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, I get you. I get you. So let me ask you this, man, real quick. You know, I unfortunately I don't think I've ever really been to a real Tata senior class, man. Could you give maybe myself or others some tips and hints, maybe on improving, maybe the Tata senior?
hmm Uh, with Tarraxinha classes, because it's funny, a couple of weeks ago, I taught one class in Calgary, and pretty much I always like to talk about that. In Tarraxinha, my mindset is really, I'm not gonna move my feet, I'm not gonna move my upper body. So these every time I'm with a partner, I'm gonna set this up, my feet and upper body, shoulders. It's like stuck. Like I'm not gonna move these. The only thing moving is my hips. Now there are actually figures that you can try to make circles, figure eights, up and down and stuff. But the goal for you to unlock your hips, it's really like if you can lock your feet in your upper body, like do not move them. Cause a lot of people cheat, like they swing or maybe they just move their feet. If you want to unlock your hips in Tarraxinha, just lock your upper body and feet to stay still. Then you force yourself to move this in different figures. That's gonna help you get better. I can hear.
Can you hear me now?
That's better.
My fault, my fault. Let me ask you this: do you have maybe any drills or something we can practice to maybe, unlock our hips? Anything we can do to practice? Is there anything you know?
The drills are usually, if I can show it, I always tell people the best drill that helped me personally was the plank. Pretty much, if you can stand straight, so this is your hips, so this is your belly button area, then you have your hips in this area. So the plank is pretty much me trying to get my hips to do this.
Mm. Okay, yeah, yeah,
So my feet are still, my upper body is still. I'm just focusing on trying to make this side of my hip touch something,
yeah.
bring this to touch another thing. I usually used to do it in, I'll put my hands in front of my hips, then try to touch it. But
Okay.
so that pretty much allows you to focusing on touching your hips in one.
Yeah.
Then with that, your hips will a little bit start to feel a little bit loose. So it's like I'm here, I'm doing this. Then after a couple seconds, you can see it feels like my hands are just doing this.
Hey.
Your hips will start feeling a little bit fluid and stuff.
Okay. When I was I used to take KIZOMBA private classes, and a drill that my teacher she would make me do, she would actually make me stand up against the wall and do kind of what you're doing. Or I would do like I think it's called bonda, like a wave with my hip.
Bunda, yeah.
Bonda, yeah, I was trying to do like the wave, or I would do trying to do figure eights, but I would be literally like dry humping the wall. I thought it was absolutely ridiculous, man. But
I
it's
usually I usually don't tell people to do in front of the wall because I feel like it's creepy. But
it
a
is
lot
hella creepy. It's hella
of,
creepy.
can you imagine if someone just walk in your room and is like, wait, what are you doing?
Like, bro, I'm practicing, man. Leave me alone.
It's not what you think.
That's not what you think, dog. Hey, so so you're going to UNC and everything, man. Oh yeah, UNCC. And you said do you graduate from there or do you stop going there? What happened?
I stopped because the price got steeper.
Oh, okay.
I was paying out of pocket, and
Right, right.
it was like, man, I can't pay for this thing anymore, man. And the money in Africa too, it doesn't rent because my parents aren't rich. So it was like, I have to find another way of paying for school, but the cheaper costs. And I found out about this school here, University of Ottawa. At first, I was like, man, the price seems a little bit cheaper, but not as much. But then there was a section that was for special students. I was like, special international student, what do you mean? And then I called them. That's why they tell me if you study in English, the school will be like 20,000 per year Canadian, which is already cheaper than US
You
dollar.
exactly right.
But they say, but if you study in French, the school will be 6,000 per
That's
year.
a lot cheaper. 'Cause I think isn't French is French the national language in Canada?
No, there are two national
Uh,
languages.
English and French, or is it both of them? Or
Yeah, English and French.
okay,
And
okay.
they were like, so I was like, you can tell me if I study in French, I can go from 20 to 6. I was like,
Yeah, and you already spoke French, so that's
yeah,
awesome, bro. That's
I was
awesome.
like, just sign me in, sign me in.
That's awesome, man. Hell yes.
Yeah, so that's why I'm here.
So tell me, man, what was it? Tell me about your transition from, North Carolina to Canada. I've never been to Canada, man. So, what was it like moving to Canada?
Uh, at first, I was really, that's why I always tell people that North Carolina is my second home because the I felt homesick here the same way I felt homesick when I moved to New York. Like I really miss North Carolina, and I still do. Like there are a couple of days where I just go through the city when I used to drive, when I used to walk. So I still miss North Carolina. And the transition was in school wise, it was harder because school here is much harder than in the States. Yeah, school here it's much harder. It's much harder. And the second thing was just the culture. Because here, the cultures, the people are so, not that the people in the US are not nice, but here it's just different. Like they really embrace the multiculturals and stuff. And the last thing will be the weather.
Can Canada's cold, ain't it? It's more cold in New York, ain't it, or what?
Oh, I spent 1 year in New York and I never bought a boots, like winter boots or something like that. I remember I went through winter with Jordans. I was like, I can do this. But here, oh my god, oh my gosh, forget about it.
And so below zero, right?
Allah, one day we reached in Celsius that was -40, which is about what? Negative, I would say maybe -20 Fahrenheit or more.
Okay, wow, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
That's cold.
it was cold.
That's cold, bro. I don't
That's
think I've never lived a place where it got below zero, so that's cold, man.
that's cold. Yeah.
Especially coming from the Congo to go to Canada. Oh my goodness.
I'm just glad I didn't come to Canada first, because
That'd been crazy.
yeah, that would have been hard. That definitely would have been hard. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, man. Why did you say this? Schooling, university in Canada is more difficult. Why do you say that?
Just the way that they really test you, and the way they always putting you into work. I still remember North Carolina. I had times not having time offs, but there would be time where I would just be chill
Mm.
and still be able to make A's, B's. I was okay. And I tried to bring that same mindset here. I was like, oh, I got this. I can do this. Then next thing you know is like you're missing a lot of things. It's like, whoa, what's happening? What's happening? It's really like school here. It made me feel like I was in a boxing ring. You kind of walk in a boxing ring. Like, yeah, I got this. Then you got this double punch, like bang bang.
Hey, hey, hey.
What's happening? Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly what I meant by it's a little bit harder here.
Yeah. And so are all your classes in French, spoken in French?
This year, yes.
Okay.
This past semester I took, yes, but you don't have to do all your classes in French. The goal is to do maximum 3 classes in French. Then the rest you can do in English. So I usually do 3 classes in French and 1 class in English. So that way you still full time.
Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, okay. That's awesome, man. And so I'm curious, how much longer till you graduate, man? And are you still doing international economics or?
No. I transferred to the finance department now.
Okay, okay.
So I have until December 2020 to graduate, and af- after that, I'm free to become a full-time artist.
That's awesome, man. Hell yes, hell yes. So you said a full time artist. Is your goal to become a full time dancer, or what do you mean by artist? What do you mean?
No, like to think of myself as an artist more than
Okay,
just a dancer.
okay.
Right now, it's pretty much my only job is being an artist. So I go to school, I teach dance, I try to organize parties and stuff. So I want to be full time, meaning like I really want to be able to not decline bookings because I have exam,
Right. Okay.
because I have other things to do and stuff.
Yeah, I understand that, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me ask you this, man. So, I guess at what point did you, decide or feel like you wanted to become a full time artist? What caused that? What was the catalyst, if you understand me?
Yeah, it was definitely in 2018. 2018. I just came from the Olympiads of KIZOMBA in Austin, which I didn't win, but just being around competitors and seeing the level around after, I was like, well, I always want to travel. I always want to travel, and I love dancing. It was like, and I'm pretty decent at it. I was like, I think I can make this happen. I think I really can make this happen. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Then from March 2018, that's when I started like pushing myself. At first, you are not known, so you have to spend your own money to travel.
Exactly. Right. Right.
And the more I traveled around, the more I made positive feedbacks like, oh my gosh, like, why aren't you teaching more? Like, why aren't you posting more? Why aren't you doing this more? So I knew I had something. I was like, well, I'm gonna grow this.
Yeah. You said it was the Neo Kids Festival in Austin.
No, 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 no. It was the Olympiads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of Kizomba.
Okay.
The
Okay.
first election in Austin.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, okay. I've never been to that, bro. That's amazing though.
Yeah.
And so let me ask you this, man. I guess what. Let me ask you, when did you start teaching? Let me ask you that first. When did that come about? And how did you get into teaching?
I started teaching in 2017.
And how long had you been dancing at that point?
About a year and a half.
Okay, so no.
Yeah, I remember my first workshop was in Cary, North Carolina.
Ah,
It's like a small city and stuff.
okay.
And I was pretty much the only URBANKIZ instructor in North Carolina. So I was like, no, I can start teaching. And I started teaching mostly because I wanted to have more people to dance with.
Right, right, right.
So I was like, well, if I can find people to dance with, you know what, I'm gonna make them myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started teaching there and there and there. But it wasn't like weekly classes. Like I'll teach one workshop here, one workshop there, then pause and go to my regular job at the Wells Fargo Bank. Then I'll travel. I'll usually go to festival just to have fun, just to dance. But then I'll take classes. Then I'll watch people teach. I'm like, uh, you could do a better job with this.
Okay.
Then I'll come back. I think it was the combination of everything. Watching, like, you have admiration for people, but then you go to other instructors' classes, then you watch them, the way they teach, the way they talk to the student, and be like, you can do better than this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, that's just how the love and the passion of it just came out. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this.
That's awesome.
In, instead of just talking, might as well just do.
Yeah, yeah, sure enough, man. Definitely. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna ask you something. Sucks, bro. Yeah, I forgot it. But so let me ask you this then, man. Um, what you've danced for a while now, man. What are some things that you've learned from dancing that you're able to, use or translate in your everyday life?
Uh, it's the thing I teach the most is probably the conversation between the partners.
Mm.
It's really not coming into a relationship or not coming into contact with someone with the attitude of I'm the most knowledgeable, I know it all, you listen to me, you only do whatever I tell you to do and stuff. It's really giving the voice of the other, giving the voice of the other, or letting the voice of the other person really be and listening to them. Not just not just hearing them like, oh yeah, well. It's really listening, paying attention to your partner,
Yeah. Okay.
attention to your partners, and that's definitely one thing that really helped me a lot. Because in real life, I used to struggle with communication, like how exactly to communicate with people, and it was weird because you teach people about communication, how they can listen to the partner, give space to the follow, allow the follow to really blossom. But in real life, you're struggling with it. Then I was like, I'm gonna take the same concept, just try to apply it to my real life.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's
Um.
probably the biggest thing.
Yeah. Okay. Communication. That's huge. I've talked to a lot of people, man, and a lot of them say, and I agree with dancing is its own form of communication. Between your partner dances are.
Yeah,
So
it
yeah, I
is.
definitely
It is.
understand that, man.
Yeah, it is. I always tell people like dancing itself, it's a language. Like you learn to communicate with someone without a word, but you guys
Right.
still understand each other. So dance is definitely a language.
Yeah, bro, definitely, definitely. I wanted to ask you, man. I think I remembered it. Could you put into words the difference between Kizumba and Urban Kids? Can you put that into words? Like, why are they different, or what makes them different?
Uh, First, I always like to tell people that to respect the Kizomba background and history. Kizomba is not urban kids.
Yeah, two different things.
Yeah, I always struggle with people when they do a demo of urban kids and they put Kizomba on it. I'm like,
Mm.
nah, Kizomba. And the difference, I'll always tell people the difference between urban kids and Kizomba is usually on the energy level.
The energy level.
Yes, because Kizomba is a more circular dance. It's like you really go in circle motions. You never stop the energy. Like I always say, people, the way you want to think about it in Kizomba is that you have the energy, the intention, the momentum that you have when you dance. You never stop it. Like it never comes to a point where it just stops.
Right. Okay.
In urban kids with Ghetto Zouk music and some hip hop ish Ghetto Zouk music where you have a lot of staccato sounds. You can have staccato move as well where it's sharp. You can stop it, stop, then you start playing with it. But yeah, it's totally different on the energy level, and of course the music are different, and the music because the musics are different, that means the music inspire you different things. Like in Kizomba, it's gonna inspire you a different thing, and the urban kids music also will inspire you with different steps. So they're totally different on the energy level.
Yeah. Okay. Showing up. I definitely understand that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Um, let me ask you this, man. For people who are beginners in maybe Kizumba or Tarraxinha, or Ghetto Zouk, in fact, they're beginners, but they feel like they're not getting better. Like, they're stuck in a rut. What advice could you give them, man?
Uh, they are they're it's not usually not they all known they are not general cases. Usually you feel stuck because you don't have enough classes or social around your area, which I would advise if you really want to learn something. I'm sure around you there are still things happening like in other cities or other states, so sacrifice once every 3 months to go to a festival, to go to a weekender will definitely unlock a lot of your skills. But if you have things around you but you still feel stuck, I always tell people in that case, it's just like it's a good sign that if you feel stuck because that means that your inner self wants to learn more, and so you really feel like everything I already know now. I already got it, so I want to learn more. I want to learn more. So which is good. So that means you just want to learn.
Mhm.
And usually when you get stuck like this, it means like you're about to enter the next level of your dance. It's kind of like reaching a ceiling. If
Right, right.
you feel stuck at one point, then you just burst through.
Okay, yeah, I definitely understand that, bro. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I guess kind of maybe go to festivals, and kind of festivals and congresses, maybe to help out, and also realizing that you're actually maybe about to improve already. Okay, and
But
let me.
I know for a fact that happens to me a lot of time. I feel stuck. I still do feel stuck at times, and that I just take it easy. I just take a breath. I'm like, so that means I'm about to enter a new sphere.
Okay, that's a great way to think about it, man. Instead of like being mad or beating up yourself, you realize, okay, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, man. For people who are intermediates and they want to get to that advanced level, what do you think it takes for them to make that leap?
Uh, Training and practice. A lot of people The I think the intermediate, the so-called intermediate level is usually the most dangerous area because a lot of people feel like they know. Like you think, oh man, that's it, I got it, man. Like I can just, because to me, an intermediate level is someone who is strong in his foundation and can look at someone dance and pick up cues. Like I can just look at someone dance and pick it up really fast. But the problem with intermediate, a lot of intermediate is that you stop training, you stop practicing, you stop learning, and you think like, oh, you got it. But then 3 years, 4 years after, you still dancing the same. It's like you never grew, like you never changed, and it's like, well, you never grew. So that really didn't help you. That's why I always said the intermediate. If you feel like you got it, that's when you didn't get it. So that means you have to practice more, you have to train more, you have to train harder. Like I still remember when I used to be considered as an intermediate dancer. I would literally train for like from like 11 p.m. to not 11 a.m. to like 9 p.m.
Okay, okay.
And I'll just switch followers because the other follower has to go. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let you go. Then I'll call someone else. Who's the job?
Yeah. Okay, I understand. Yeah, just practicing, putting that work in.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So just practice. I definitely understand that, man.
Mm,
Let me ask you this, man. When I say the word musicality, what does the word musicality mean to you?
Uh, means so many things, but in the simplest form, that's what you're asking, right?
Yeah, sure enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dancing on music.
Dancing on the music. Okay.
Yeah, I always talk about dancing on music, but lately we have been having a discussion between musicality and interpretational musical interpretation. And for a lot of people, musicality, especially in urban kids, musicality is pretty much how good you can step on music. Like, let's say music go ten ta da, so how much step I can do on ten ta da, then
Right.
it's like, oh my gosh, he has musicality. But I would say people musical interpretation, which is still, I feel like musicality is a part of musical interpretation where well you can step on music, but also what story, like, are you able to tell the story of the music while you dance? Okay, it's not necessarily, and you definitely see it a lot in Tarraxo, where people try to take every beat of the music and it looks like they are being electrocuted. It's like you're moving so much, then it's like it's not pretty anymore. But musical interpretations pretty much allows you to understand the music better and be like, what is the atmosphere of the music? Like, what is the music telling me? How well can I tell the story of the music? I always say people, if you are a musical dancer, if someone can watch you dance without music and know which music you're dancing on,
Oh, okay.
so then it's a little bit more. Then it's a little bit bigger. It's a bigger than just doing a step. It's you literally telling the story of the music.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I want to let me ask you two more questions, man, and I don't want to hold you up. But real quick, how can someone improve their musicality?
The exercise that I always give people is that you pick one of your favorite songs and you divide the music into three parts. You have the bass, usually the tempo, and then you have the lyrical part, the voice of the artist, and then you have harmony. Now the harmony is usually the secondary instruments after who goes well with the first two. So you put on your first, you put on the favorite song. You just try to dance on one element. For example, the beat. For 3 minutes or 4 minutes or how long the song is, you just dance on that one element. It doesn't matter if you listen to others. You just focus on one thing, and then you switch to another element. Then you switch to another element. The practice is pretty much going to be focusing on one thing. Okay, I'm not saying you can only dance on one thing, but if you're focusing on one thing, what it does is pretty much helping you listen to what you want to hear,
Yeah.
dancing on what you want to hear, and also be able to switch after. This is what happened to a lot of people. They usually just dance on tempo. The first,
Right. That's me, man. That's honestly me, honestly.
yeah, but they usually don't pick up on, I mean, the other ones. So to force yourself to listen to the others. At first, it's not going to be easy because you will try to go back to your natural stage. That's fine.
Right, right.
But the more you practice, the more the thing's going to go. Me, my favorite, it's definitely the lyrical. Because I usually, if I don't pay attention, I'm going to be dancing on lyrics the entire night. If, I mean, there are lyrics, but I usually try to change it a little bit.
Okay, that's awesome, man. I've never heard someone say that. So that's actually like something practical that anyone can use, man. So I honestly I really appreciate that. Thank you for that tip, bro.
Uh, yeah, I don't know.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. And let me last question, man, real quick, bro. Um, can you give me one tip that can make anyone a better dancer immediately?
There's none.
Oh man, it's nothing.
There is, because you're pretty much asking for a shortcut. This is what I always tell people: dancing is a skill. Like a skill takes time to build it. A skill takes time, and it's actually my theory on why Kizomba doesn't grow in big cities in the U.S. Because in big cities in the U.S., people, as I told you in New York, people don't have time to wait. They want something fast. They want to learn fast. But to be very good at Kizomba, it requires patience. It's requires time to train and stuff. And most people don't have that kind of time, especially
Mhm.
in big cities. That's also material, as I told you, why in big cities in the US, the dance Kizomba cannot really grow as fast because it takes time. It takes time. And once exactly you realize it, you will enjoy the journey more. You enjoy
Okay.
the journey.
Yeah. Okay. Sure enough, bro. I definitely understand that, man. Um. So I guess I really want to, I want to thank you, Mike, for taking time out today to talk to me, man.
That's my pleasure, man. That's yeah, that's my pleasure, man.
Bro, I definitely appreciate it, bro. I really, really do, bro. I
You
can tell,
attend this often?
yeah, man. I believe you're gonna be like maybe episode 73, maybe.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, but I enjoy it, man. I I dance salsa, bachata, kizomba, and Brazilian zouk, bro. So
Oh,
I've
that's
kind
my
of just yeah, bro. So I kind of hit up. I try to just speak to a whole bunch of a variety of dancers, man.
mm,
Yeah, yeah, bro. But I'm very honored. I'm very glad to have you on the show, bro.
that's you. Man, I'm really honored, man. Thanks, man. It
Of
really meant
course.
really meant that.
Yeah, of course, bro. Real quick, man. Let me ask you this, man. Um, Tell me what are some of your upcoming events? What do you have going on in your life?
Right now, I'm focusing on trying to start a YouTube introduction to urban kids.
All right, hell yeah.
So that's gonna be for the month of August. I'm already doing shootings this week and trying to edit it and planify enough content to release throughout the entire month of August and September. But my upcoming festival will be in Montreal, Groove and KIZOMBA, and Amabu in Seattle.
I hell yes, bro. Is your festival?
No, those are not my festival. Those are just where I'm booked.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Awesome. Hell
Yeah,
yes, bro. Okay, awesome. And
yeah.
and real quick, bro.
And probably you say you're in Louisiana or Alabama?
Yeah, New Orleans, Louisiana. Yep.
Oh, you're in New Orleans, Louisiana? Okay, yeah. I was thinking of coming there for. Uh, you guys have a festival the second week of August, right?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Bachata, the Bachata Festival.
Yeah, I'll see if I can swing by and check it out.
Bro, oh man, dude. Unfortunately, bro, I'm about to move, man, so I'm not gonna be here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man.
you're moving.
I'm going to Virginia.
Man, you really love this quiet state, man.
Oh man, but I went to that Bachata festival last year. It's a good festival, man.
Yeah, it's good. It's
It
good.
is. It's a good
There,
festival.
I think two friends of mine thought they're Mark and Eddie. They were teaching there last year.
Oh, Eddie Hercules, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to have him on the show.
Ah, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
Eddie's cool. He wasn't. I don't know Mark, but Hercules was there. Hercules. Yeah, he was there though, definitely.
It's cool.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
cool guy. I like him, bro. Yeah, I'm excited to have him on the show, man.
yeah.
Hey, real quick, Mike. Um, how can people get in contact with you, man? What's the best way to reach out to you?
The best way to reach out to me is usually on Facebook or Instagram. So Ahombi Mike, AHOMBIMIKE. So I'm both on Facebook and on Instagram. It's the quickest way. I usually respond within 30 minutes.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Except when your K was out, right?
Yeah.
Hey, so listen, Mike. When I upload this, man, I'm gonna make sure I put all your contact information in the details. All right, bro?
That's perfect. That's
Hell yeah,
perfect.
bro. Hell yeah, man. So yeah, like I said, man, thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate it, bro. Yeah,
Man.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, no doubt, man. So yeah, Mike, thank you so much, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, man.
You as well, man.
Yeah, all right, Mike.
All right. Take care, bro.
All right, playboy.
Uh,
That's all it is. Hey everyone, if you made it this far to all the way to the end of the video, I want to thank you so much. Um, my overall goal with making these interviews and these episodes is to give a voice to dancers, to give them a platform to speak their story. So if this is of value to anyone, then that means the world to me. My overall goal is to give value to the dance community. So if you find no value in this, then I urge you to please let me know where I can improve on. I truly want to, just give value and content to the dance community. So please let me know how I can improve, where I'm messing up, because to be 100% honest with you, I'm learning along the way as I do this. I truly am. So to be able to interact with the dance community, it means the world to me because it gives me feedback and it lets me know what I'm doing right, where I can improve upon, what I'm doing wrong, which I feel like might maybe more important. So please, if you all could comment and just let me know what you think, it means the world to me because that feedback just helps me improve. So please comment as well. Please like and subscribe. That means a lot as well. But I want to say thank you so much for just watching this because it means the world to me. I want to take you on this journey of the Two Left Feet podcast. I'm very excited for it. So once again, thank you so much.